Hello, welcome to our video. We are going to spend a few minutes just going over wonderful ways to connect with the Kansas Volunteer Commission on social media today. My name is Meg Pearson, and I am a staff member with the Kansas Volunteer Commission. My role at the commission is to help folks across the state learn different best practices and effective ways to manage volunteers. So as you can imagine, it is really important when you're working with volunteers to be able to thank them, show gratitude, and also oftentimes show the work that they're doing through social media. I really enjoy providing social media content and posting it. And so that is why I'm making the video today. The mission of the Kansas Volunteer Commission is to empower all Kansans to meet community needs through service. Again, it's so important that we're able to promote those across the state who serve. Here are a few things we'd love for you to know about the Kansas Volunteer Commission's social media. These are some of our handles. Below you will see that we have a Twitter account for both the Kansas Volunteer Commission as well as Mentor Kansas. We also have a Facebook account for the Kansas Volunteer Commission and Mentor Kansas. And then we have one Instagram account, and that is with Kansas Volunteers. So as you can see, our handle for our Kansas Volunteer Commission account with Twitter is @KansasVolunteer, and our handle for Mentor Kansas is @MentorKansas. You can also see that our Facebook handle is @Kansas Volunteer Commission, and the one that we have for Mentor Kansas is @MentorKansas. The handle for our Instagram account is @KSVolunteers. Now, for those of you who don't know how to use these handles, when you're posting something about your mentors, then I would highly recommend that you use the @MentorKansas to connect with us. And you can also use the @KansasVolunteer to connect with us. How you do that is in our name. When you're typing in that you've partnered with us, you would type in this handle and it will auto-generate our name into the text, but then allow for us to be notified that you are promoting our program. And it will identify our page within those social media structures for Facebook, and then also our account for Twitter and Instagram. And that way we'll be able to see that you are talking about us. Now we're going to move on to hashtags. So at the end of your posts, you're going to want to add these hashtags in order to identify the different types or topics that you're indicating in your social media post. So if you're working with a volunteer or you're working with a mentor, then you would want to put #volunteer or #mentor, depending on who you're working with. Also, if you're speaking about volunteerism or mentoring, then you can use these two hashtags. So again, topics or what you're talking about within your post. Also, if you're using the hashtag #WeAreAmeriCorps, that specifically is for our AmeriCorps programs throughout the state, and also AmeriCorps senior programs. In addition, you'll see that we have a Kansas Mentors hashtag. I would recommend that you tag that when you're talking about Kansas programs that involve mentoring. And then we have a civic engagement hashtag. Again, what this allows people to do is to search in these different social media platforms for these topics and to learn more about volunteering, more about AmeriCorps, more about mentoring, more about civic engagement, and encourage those practices across the state as we publicize the different types of work that's being done. The Kansas Volunteer Commission also has a few other platforms that it uses besides the main three. We do have a YouTube channel. We encourage you to subscribe. We do have a LinkedIn account. So if you're looking for employment or interested in connecting on LinkedIn professionally, we would love to hear from you. And then we have something called a base camp. This base camp allows for us to maintain a program called the Kansas Association of Volunteer Engagers. And this is a wonderful platform for folks across Kansas who are engaging volunteers to be able to have access to tools and information around volunteerism. There is a chat room where you can reach out to other experts in the field around volunteerism. And there's also a messaging board that allows for us to post things like grant opportunities that would support volunteer efforts. As well as information and training and technical assistance, announcements about up and coming events that support volunteerism. All of those things are made available through CAVE. In addition, there's a resource library, and we keep a calendar of events and other information up there. So it is a lovely place to connect with other professionals in the field of volunteerism. Please consider joining. If you would like to be part of this social media platform, you will need to email me. Again, my name is Meg Pearson and I'm with the Kansas Volunteer Commission. I will show you my contact here in a second. And we are about to launch the April social media campaign around Global Volunteer Month. We're excited to do so. We'd love to have you join us. You can use the hashtags and the handles that we have identified in this training. And during the month of April, and so we would love to have you create content around volunteering, civic engagement, mentoring, and AmeriCorps services, or AmeriCorps service. That would be wonderful. And here is the calendar. April 4th to the 10th, we will be highlighting our AmeriCorps programs across the state. April 11th to the 17th, we will be highlighting mentoring programs across the state and mentors. April 18th to the 24th is actually National Volunteer Week. We will be highlighting the volunteers across the state, our Volunteer Generation Fund recipients, as well as the Medical Reserve Corps members across the state. April 25th to the 30th, we will be highlighting youth civic engagement initiatives across our state. So again, back to those hashtags right here, volunteer, hashtag volunteer, hashtag we are AmeriCorps, hashtag mentor, hashtag civic engagement, and hashtag Kansas mentors. All of those will be relevant in the month of April. We highly recommend that you promote your programs by using these hashtags. Thank you. We hope that this was a helpful video. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Again, my name is Meg Pearson. I'm today's presenter. I am with the Kansas Volunteer Commission. My direct line at the office is 785-296-5712. And you can also see that my email address is mpearson, P-E-A-R-S-O-N @ksde.org. You can also find me on our website, which is canserve.org. Thank you for attending today. I hope this video was helpful. Goodbye.